Hey, how's it going? It's Grant with the Garden of Eder, and we got a special guest with us today. We've got...
Hello, I'm Dan, the Turtle-Man.
And he's here to take home some of our Diamondback terrapins out of the last clutch, but I'm also going to give him the grand tour, and he's going to help me feed everything.
Oh yeah.
Except for the dog. Well, he's got that in his hand.
He's going to eat my hand. 5. Excellent. So, right now, I am here at the Garden of Eder, and I see why Grant says that it's a garden, because this place is incredible. There are tanks on tanks on tanks. There's shrimp everywhere, plants everywhere, and for people who don't know who I am, I do turtles now, but I do turtles and fish. This was my origins. I did aquatics, I did fish, I did aquariums, I did shrimp, and I've always wanted beautiful planted tanks like Grant is doing here, except he breeds the heck out of these shrimp, and I am just ever so jealous, a big fan of what he's doing here, and now I have the pleasure of getting to feed all of the shrimp, which is a blast because I still have so much to learn about shrimp. I know plenty about turtles and terrapins, but when it comes to the shrimp, I'm still learning. I'm gonna scooch around here like this. I'm sure Grant does this in, what? How long does this take you to do?
Usually me and Shelby both, she'll lift the lids and then I'll go through with the food, and it usually takes us 15 to 30 minutes.
Okay, so the two of you kick butt. This is gonna take me roughly 8 years. This might be one of my favorite tanks that you have.
It did look a lot nicer. Yeah, just one. There's like a couple fish in there and then a bunch of random shrimp. And then one of our next videos will be on the incubator that I copied Dan's design basically.
And I copied it from 100,000 other people.
Well, I watched your video, so you get the credit. so now we're in the room. Shelby fed all of her isopods already last night, so those are not needing to be fed today. So
I just love that there are just a ton of isopods up here. I freaking love it.
for your video though, I'll see if she can't grab one of her full colonies and drop a dead fish in there, so they run off with it. Like the biggest, fattest one in the group will take it and run away. If not a fish, we'll do it with a shrimp for sure.
Outdoors. Are we gonna feed? What are we doing?
Well, you're gonna feed. We'll start with the shrimp first.
Cool, cool.
We'll go out to the greenhouse. That's where I keep all the shrimp food.
Thank you. Over to there.
And the dogs behave while we're gone the whole time. We got all the pumps off already. We turned those off earlier so that way it's easier to view everything. I've got all of the food in this container right here.
Wow.
So we got food for the turtles. This is fry food. This bag is a mix of different shrimp foods that we have. And I think we're just gonna have you feed carrot for today. I haven't used this one for like 4 or 5 feedings now, so.
Cool.
And it's relatively easy. Rather than the nettles is like you gotta grab pinches of it. So, well, I'll trade you.
Thank you.
Alright, now we got Dan ready to feed the turtles and fish. No, don't feed them yet though, because we are going to do a video on Dan's channel of the aftermath of all this, and kind of the best part of the feeding here is the instant getting of the food, where the shrimp, you kind of want to wait and be patient and let the shrimp come out to get the prime time for footage. So I'm gonna save this footage for Dan's channel, for his subscribers. They are way more into turtles than my channel is, for sure. So we're gonna save this bit for them. Jump over to Dan's channel. He's gonna show Shelby how to put a link up in the right hand corner. That'll bring you to his video, and check out his channel for sure. He has got the Diamondback Terrapin mother lode. Truly a dream of mine. However, Florida has crushed those dreams, as well as having any freshwater stingrays. So that's why all my liked videos are of his channel, seeing the different types of terrapins and all the ones that I can't keep because we are limited to 2 per person, and we've got our adult breeding pair, and we're gonna keep enough that we can hatch out at least 6 eggs at a time. So you guys step on over to that, and then we'll jump back to feeding everything else inside, because we got some things you've seen a little bit before that are still hungry themselves. Yeah, we had to turn off the light. He is very shy. I read somewhere that they didn't like lights, so I was like, all right, well, there's only 2 plugs, filter and heater. I don't have a plug for the light. I'm not going to use an extension cord if I don't have to. That was kind of funny. As soon as I turned off the light, he came out.
Your buddy.
He's usually super friendly.
chilling.
Like every time you come up to the top, he follows your finger and everything. And now we've got to feed all of the tadpoles. So we've got a little bit of fish flake food. I just pour it into the cap. I just tap it in. A little more. That's good. And then just crush it up with your fingers.
Just toss a little in.
A little sprinkle in each, just to dust the top of each one.
That good?
Yep.
This reminds me of my times feeding guppy fry. I would take the food like this, just pulverize it into dust for those little buggers.
So now we got a little bit left in the cap. Feed a little, no, not all of it, not all of it. Save some of it in the cap. Feed a little bit more to these 2. And then grab the cap, what's left in the cap. And Layla has some daisy rice fish. And I just pour the cap into there. Horrible glare, but usually Layla does that. But you can't feed everything if you don't feed the rice fish. Use the tongs.
Okay.
Your fingers in.
I always just...
Some people are hands-on.
Yeah, I use my hands for everything. Hi, buddy. Hey, hold on. Let's chat. Look. Dude, these bloodworms look good. Mine stink. Uh-huh, trying to. Come on, they smell good.
I'll give him a big chunk.
Yeah,
He eats a whole cube by himself every day. Egbert.
Egbert's here?
Yep.
Hi, Egbert. Hi.
Just wait 1/2 a second and he'll do his little bite.
He's being shy. Oh, there he goes.
Should I give these guys a little bit?
If you want, that's all on you. There he is now.
Just gonna toss them just a hair. Just a hair for whoever wants. Hey, you. How do you like food? Yeah, I know you're shy. Trust me, trust me, trust me, trust me. Let's talk about this. Alright. Well then, hey. For whoever wants a snack, throw them away. We got some linguine for them. What about your 2?
Yeah, I'd give him a little.
Hello.
I doubt they're gonna eat though on camera. They've never eaten in front of me, but they got some big poops, so you know they're eating.
Yep, that's exactly it. Same with mine. It takes them a little bit, you know. That's all. That one closest to you is curious. He just got a whiff. You can always tell from their body language when they get a whiff. That curiosity peaks just a little. Now he's looking at us, so he's probably not going to go for it because he's weighing the pros and cons right now of, you know, eating in front of a monster.
drop it right in front of their face. I've also never washed play sand until I watched your video.
Dude, it stinks. It's so powdery.
Oh, much better angle over here. Now there is another one.
Yeah, he's in the back right.
If you just drop some food like in the middle, he'll eventually come to it. But I've also never found more rocks in the play sand than the bag that I just bought. Gotta sift it all out.
Yeah, it depends on the brand.
It was the same bag you had though.
From Depot?
Yeah.
That stuff was so powdery.
Yeah, you had to wash yours a long time. I gave up on mine.
I gave up on mine too. There's still like little crystals that I could see for just how micro fine it is. It's insane.
I just did a little tiny water change and then it seemed like it cleared up quite a bit once I had it in the tank. That'll be it for these guys. They just kind of graze and do their thing. And we'll feed the rest off to the flower one.
So lastly, we have some leopard geckos up here. However, they're nocturnal. They hunt and eat at night. And it is daytime, so we're not going to be able to feed them right now. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you to Grant, wherever he disappeared to, for having me over here, letting me take over this little video. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed, maybe check out my channel, but more importantly, if you're here from my channel, leave a little comment and say so. So thank y'all again so much for watching. See y'all whenever. I don't know, this is my channel.